Hey y'all! Today I thought I would do something a little different. Besides having a makeup hobby, I also like to sew a lot, so I figured that I would do like a quick, like a speed through video. This is my setup. Excuse the mess over here. So I just have my cutting board, and then I have my fabric lined up a little obsessively from light to dark, and then all my colors that I'm going to use for the main piece from light to dark. And then over here on this actually rotates. We got it as a wedding gift, but I have all the pieces face down so I can see. That'll focus. Yeah, there we go. I have the pieces face down so I can see what letter is on the back of them, so I can see which ones I've completed and which ones I haven't. And also a lot of them I just cut out the piece, especially if it's just one one long piece. Most of those pieces are the background pieces. I do have my ironing board set up over here to the side with my iron. It's just a regular Sunbeam iron. I'm pretty sure I got it from Walmart. It's pretty inexpensive and it works really well. So I personally like to steam, but I know some people that don't, but that's okay. And this is the pattern that I'm testing right now. Let me backtrack for just a minute. I quilt, and I learned how to do something called paper piece quilting from my mother-in-law. So what you do is you have the pieces right here. You have the pieces, oh, that's upside down. You have the pieces, and a lot of people like to color. Oh, excuse my nails. A lot of people like to add the color in a block. So this specific block right here is going to have a white piece. It's going to have 2 gray pieces and 2 blue pieces of whatever fabric you want to pick from. And they're numbered, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and is that 5? Yeah, that's 5 way down there. Sorry, it's tiny. But what you do is you put the actual fabric goes on the front. So when you cut it out, the fabric is going to go on this side, and then you'll sew. It's hard to explain, but you sew it together anyways. Like I said, this pattern specifically is by Beth G, and her website is at the top right there, needleofsewing.blogspot.com. I'm actually testing her heat miser pattern as well, which I'm really excited because he looks pretty cool, which I have sitting over here. This is all my, this is just my little sewing corner. We keep it in the kitchen, but I got this from my grandparents. So that's got all my cutting tools, extra thread, bobbins, safety pins, a glue stick for some of the paper you have to cut and actually glue together, a pair of pants I need to hem. This is the heat miser pattern, which I think he looks pretty nifty. And then these are the fabrics that I've picked out for him. My sewing machine is just a Singer Confidence. I do put stickers on it. That one specifically is local to he's an artist in our area. I also keep, this is just like a bowl I got from the dollar store, but I go through a lot of white thread, so I keep my really big spool sitting behind the back of my machine, and it's fed up through the machine, so it just unwinds itself. And then of course my tea. Side note, you can't get this pattern yet because I'm testing it. They haven't released it, but if you go on to Fandom in Stitches, that's FANDOMINSTITCHES.com, they have a ton of patterns. Yeah, there it goes. But up at the top right here, you have all your tabs. So they have anime, they have children's, any fandom that you can think of. Harry Potter, well, not quite yet. but they do have a lot, you know, Game of Thrones, video games, The Hobbit, Princess Bride. They have Princess Bride on there. They have a lot of, what else do they have? My mother-in-law actually made like a smaller kid-size version. It turned out really fantastically. So I have 3 types of things that I cut with. I have a rotary blade cutter. It's just a Fiskars cutter, or a rotary cutter. And then I just have a pair of Fiskars titanium scissors. These I only use for fabric. Then I have a pair of Crayola. I have a pair of Crayola scissors that I use for cutting the paper, because if you go back and forth, it dulls your scissors and messes up your scissors. That's just what somebody told me. I have no idea how true that is.